In this video, I want to show you an example of how to create a balanced scorecard with strategy maps. So let's take a company called the Distinguished Donut, and if you prefer the traditional spelling of the word donut, there you go. But I'm sure you like donuts, and so we're going to focus on this company, and we're going to look at the four perspectives. We've got learning and growth, and we've got internal processes, we've got customer perspective, and we've got financial perspective. So those are the four perspectives that we've discussed of the balanced scorecard. But the new thing that we're going to add here is this idea of strategy maps. And what a strategy map is, you notice I've got these bubbles here. So the things that we're going to focus on in learning. So we're going to focus on training the employees and staying current with donut trends. So that's going to be our learning and growth. What we're going to see is that the training the employees, if we do that, then what we're really trying to do, we're building employee skills and so forth. And if we do that, they should be able to deliver better service, right? So I'm going to draw this arrow to show you that this should lead to this. So that's basically what a strategy map is. It's actually laying out with arrows and stuff, showing you the cause and effect relationships more clearly. Okay, so we're going to train the employees. That's going to be one of our goals in terms of learning and growth. Okay, and then we're going to count the hours that we spend training our employees, and our target is going to be 10 hours a month. Okay, so if we spend 10 hours a month training our employees, that's our target. We want to at least hit that at a minimum. But then also we want to stay current with the donut trends. We want to know what our customer tastes are. So to do that, we're going to go and we're going to do maybe Facebook polls. And our target will be at least one a week. We want to go on social media and do a quick poll and ask people, what flavors of donuts do you like best? What ones, is there any donuts that we don't serve that you've been interested in? And if we stay current with donut trends, that should map into better product variety. All right, so we're not just coming up with some random donut that nobody likes just because the owner thought it would be a good idea. We're actually responding to changes in consumer tastes. Okay, so if we learn and grow in this way, if we train our employees, we stay current with donut trends, then we get the better internal processes, and we're giving faster service. If you train the employees well, then basically we could say, okay, let's cut down the number of seconds it takes before we serve a customer. Think about when someone walks in the door. We want it to be less than 30 seconds before someone would come up and be ready to serve them. Or maybe you want it even faster, maybe something like 10 seconds or 15. But the idea is that you set up a target, and then with offering many interesting products and product variety, to measure that, we could think about the number of SKUs. Okay, that just stands for stock keeping units. It's just the number of different types of donuts that we offer. Okay, and maybe we say we want to offer at least 40 different types of donuts, or maybe that's too many. Maybe we want 20 or 15. Depends on the company. The idea is that we have a target and we're shooting for it. Now, if we improve our internal processes, if we do this, if we execute on these activities and do it well, where we are providing faster customer service, we are providing interesting array of donuts that people actually want, that should map into customer satisfaction. So customers are going to be happier, and customer retention. They're going to keep coming back. And actually, we can think in terms of the strategy map, prompt service should lead to both of these. And then the product variety, that should also get people satisfied and coming back. So each of these is going to drive the two customer-focused priorities that we have here. We've chosen customer satisfaction and then customer retention. We could also think about attracting new customers, but I'm trying to keep it simple here and just focus on a couple of things. So we want to keep our customers happy. We want to keep them coming back again and again. How do we measure that we are actually doing this? Because remember, we're assuming that if we do these processes well, that it will lead to these outcomes. But how do we actually measure and see if we're achieving those outcomes? Well, we could do a survey and ask the customers, hey, out of a scale 1 to 10, how happy are you here? And maybe our target is to get 10 out of 10 or 9.5 or 9 out of 10 average. And then we can also look at maybe there's some way to measure the percentage of customers who come back. Maybe we have some way we'd set up a customer loyalty program or something like that, or give them a little ticket and say, okay, if you've been here 10 times, you get there. There's different ways we can think about measuring it, but maybe we want 80% of our regular customers to come back within the next 30 days. So there's some kind of target. Remember, each thing, we have an objective, we have a goal, and then we say, how do we measure that goal? And then, okay, what's our target? Okay. Now, assuming we are learning, we are improving our processes, and our customers are happy and coming back again and again, that should map into improved financial performance. And we can think about sales growth. We can think about the company's actual value, the value of the donut company, the distinguished donut, and we can think about profits and profitability. Okay, so in terms of increasing or improving and achieving those objectives, I should say, we could measure them. But profitability, you think about net income, you could think about operating profit, and then in terms of just growing the company, we think about sales growth, period over period, year over year, quarter over quarter. Are we growing our sales? And maybe our target is 10%. From the prior quarter, we always want to improve by 10% our sales growth. And then in terms of the market value, it might not be that easy. I mean, if we're not talking about a publicly traded company, it's not that easy to measure the market value, but there are ways that we can estimate a company's market value. And then so we've got some targets here. Now, if we have thought through the cause and effect relationships of learning to our improving our internal processes, improving our customer relationship, our customer experience, and then improving our financial outcomes. If all of these cause and effect relationships do in fact exist, and we go and execute and meet our non-financial targets, that should lead into improved financial performance. And you can clearly see when the customer is happy, customer is satisfied, that should lead to increased sales, increased firm value, and increased profit. Okay, and then if we're retaining the customers, that should lead to all of the same outcomes.